Hi guys! Thank you so much for all the love on my latest video. I really appreciate it. I really did not think that so many people would find it this helpful, but if that was the case, then that's obviously amazing. For today, I thought that I might show you how I used to use my iPad for school and how I now use it for general productivity and planning and stuff like that. So if you're interested, just keep on watching and I hope you'll like the video. Right, so what kind of iPad do I have? I have the 2017-18, I don't really know, iPad Pro 10.5 inch. So obviously it's not the newest one. It still has the button, but it still does the job amazingly, so I don't need a new one. I also have the Apple Pencil, the first gen one though, because obviously it only works with the older iPads. And then I just have this case. It's clear in the back and just has this cover on the front. Oh my god, just slapped myself. I don't really use any other accessories other than the iPad itself and the Apple Pencil. I think, oh yeah, I have a keyboard, which is just a Bluetooth keyboard bought from Amazon. I didn't really want to spend like 200 bucks for the Apple keyboard. Doesn't make sense. Don't waste your money. Just get some basic keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard from Amazon. This one is amazing. I've never had to recharge it and I've been using it for 2 years, so 2 years. That's crazy. That's the keyboard I use. You just have to pair it with the iPad and then it works just like any other keyboard, you know. And now I'm going to show you guys how I use my iPad and what kind of apps I have on it. Alright, so I always open my iPad up with Touch ID, just like that. And then I grab the pen. On my home screen, I just have the pre-installed apps that come with the iPad, such as FaceTime, calendar, photos, camera, stuff like that, which I usually don't use, at least not a lot. We can just swipe left, and then I have these folders. I'll zoom in for you guys so you can see them better. So I just have school, I have travel, essentials, games, Insta, YouTube, random, and health. And then I just downloaded some random apps to try this morning. So I usually have some apps I recently downloaded right here. But let's get into the most important folder, I guess, which is school. In this folder, I just have the most important apps I need for school, or at least which I used to need. There's the newer goodnotes version, then I have myhomework, then the older goodnotes version. I have pages, dictionary, keynote, drive, PowerPoint, notability, books, box, which is like a cloud basically, print, procreate, and some other apps I just forgot to delete. Of course, Zoom and Coursera are also there. Let's get into the school folder in more detail. First off, just like I said, we have goodnotes, and this is the app that I use the most. It is the staple app I've used every single day for at least 2 years. When you open it up, you just have this overview of all the folders or all the notebooks you have. And then I have the school folder with different kinds of notebooks for German, art, history, English, for all my classes I had. And then I have an Abitur one where I kept all my revision for my final exams this summer. If we open some of my notebooks up, you can see how I used to take my notes. This was for my bio class. I usually just go for a cute heading and then I just start writing everything down, and sometimes I do some drawings as well, just to, you know, get things easier into my head, remember things better. You can also add some pictures into it. Let's say this is our page of the day. I'll just show you what you can do. You can take this is the pen. There's different kinds. There's a fountain pen, ball pen, and brush pen. I go for the fountain pen. And there's the eraser. You have markers where you can change the color. Then you have this tool which basically allows you to go for straight lines or for amazing circles or triangles, stuff like that. And then there's this tool the lasso tool, the snipping tool, whatever you want to call it. It is the most amazing thing ever. Basically, if you want to move anything within this page, if it is a drawing, a picture, just your writing, anything, you could just, I'll show you better like this. You can just go like that. And then you can move it wherever you want to move it to, which helped me out so many times. It also works for pictures. You can just move the picture around or anything. It works for anything on this page. That's that. You can add pictures directly from your camera roll. You can go in with text, but I wouldn't recommend because it really doesn't work that well. And then there's laser, which is just like a pointy laser, and laser like that, which vanishes after a few seconds. So that's GoodNotes. I can only recommend it. I think it's better than Notability, which I'll get into right now. Notability and GoodNotes are basically the same thing. Oh dear, some updates here. But it's just organized differently, and Notability is basically organized like the Notes app from Apple. You have all your folders right here, and then you can have the pages or notes on the right, which I didn't quite like as much as the organization of GoodNotes, where you have your notebooks that you can see and also designed by yourself. But if you don't mind about the whole notebook thing, then Notability really basically does the same thing as GoodNotes. Yeah, it basically is the same thing. You have text, you have your different pens and colors, you have your markers, you have your eraser, and your snipping or lasso tool. One thing that Notability has, which I don't think anything like that exists in GoodNotes, is this. It records what you're saying or what your professor could say or your teacher might say, and then you can listen back to it later. For example, I'm right now recording me speaking about this, and I could just stop, and then I would have the recording right here. So if you have a class where sometimes the teacher is talking too fast and you can't really grab what they're saying and write it down as fast, then this is a really great thing to do. You can just record what they're saying and then get back to it later. It's really great. And that's basically what Notability does. It's the same as GoodNotes, just like I said, but with some extra features that GoodNotes doesn't have. Then I have the myhomework app, which is very, very amazing for organizing your homework and things that you have to do. Basically, what you do is you go like this, and then you have the short description. Let's say it's read page 3. And then you can choose which class. Let's say it's English. It already grabbed that the type of the homework is reading, so it automatically shows read as the type of homework. But you could do homework, test, study, read, paper, presentation, lab, final, midterm quiz, project, workbook, lesson, or other. Let's say the reading, just like I said, it's read. It knows when you have your next English class, so it shows you when you need to get it done. For me, that would be Monday. And then you can add an optional time if it has like a special time you need to be done with it. And some reminders, attach info, attach files, stuff like that. But I would only usually go for the first few things, and I would say save. Then you can see that our homework, which would be read page 3, is now on the homework section, and it shows me that I need to get it done by Monday. And it also shows me that I have 2 tasks that I didn't complete in time, but that's just old, I can delete that. And then automatically prioritize which task you need to do first, and that was the most amazing thing. So that way I could know which task or which homework had the priority and which I needed to work on first. For this all to work, of course, you need to put in your schedule, but that's an easy thing you can do right in the beginning. So that's that. Let's go back. Then I just have pages, which obviously I just use for longer essays or stuff I wrote with my keyboard. Then we have just a basic dictionary, don't need to get into this. Keynote, everybody knows what Keynote is. Drive for saving things. PowerPoint, same thing, just for presentations. I already showed notabilities. In books, I just sometimes uploaded PDFs, but I haven't been using it for a long time, so I only use it for reading. Box is basically like a cloud where my teachers used to upload things and I could just download them. Obviously, print for printing stuff. And then we have Procreate, which is amazing. I mainly use this app for my art class. For example, for designing, for this I need to design a share. And sometimes I use it for like mood boards and ideas. Usually people use it for digital drawings, which I try, but I'm not the best at them. And yeah, the other things are not as important. Zoom, everybody knows that by now. And then I just have Coursera, where I can just quickly show you how the online courses are set up. I just have my account, and then it says achievements, music business foundations, that's the course I did. Okay, you can just see that I completed the course. I can view my certificate, but that's not that important. And then you just have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then you just have all your video class, video lessons right here. And in the end, there's the week 1 quiz, and then there's week 2 and week 3 and week 4 quiz, and a recap in the end. So that's really great. You just have all my grades. Enough for Coursera. That's the folder school, everything I needed for school day to day. One more important thing is that you can multitask with an iPad. I'll just show you how I usually did that. Let's say you want to watch a YouTube video, of course, educational purposes, and while watching the video, you want to take notes. The way I did that was I just flipped it like this. You have this. You want to take some notes. Let me open up a new one. That's where you want to take notes. Everything is set up like you want it to. You go to YouTube, drag this up, and then you can watch your YouTube video while taking notes. And if you want your video to be a little bigger, you can just drag this away, drag this up again, and go like this. You can choose how big you want the YouTube part to be, or how big you want the note-taking part to be. And then you can just take your notes while watching videos. So that's that for today's video. I hope it was helpful for some of you guys. If you liked it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. I would very much appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye!